Welcome to another edition of Now You Know Sports. For today, with you with my broadcast partner Enrique Pang and our camera operator, Mr. Lara, is with us today as we give you for a Saturday matchup here in Eagle Pass, beautiful Polo Moncada Baseball Stadium at the Student Activity Center. As we got bright and sunny this afternoon, winds gusting. So we'll give you that in a bit as we get the announcing of both teams. We do have the visiting the visitor from Southwest Legacy as the CC Winn Mavericks coming in District 28 5A, 6-4, 11-5 overall. Of course, they played a week ago or on Tuesday. We will get you that here in just a bit. Enrique Pang with us and announcing both squads right now. We had the Lady Eagles last night beat the United South. So today we got a baseball game here, and then a softball game that starts at 4. You never know. We might have double duty today if this one goes accordingly, right? Huh? Hold on one second. As the Mavericks beat Hardendale, and that was a game where it started off. It started off on a Friday, but ended on a Tuesday or a Monday because they had to go back because of a weather delay. They did beat them 1-0. So again, these were the big games for Coach Royce, and we talked to him, last week about, what this couple of weeks were going to be like for them as far as getting into the playoffs. As these next games, as I mentioned, Southwest Legacy coming in 7-12 overall. They beat Legacy over at their house 5-1. That was when they went. They beat Legacy. They beat McCullum 11-0. They lost to Southwest that we had 6-5. That was a close game. Then they had a 3-game winning streak against Jay, Southside, and South San. Then they lost to MacArthur. They beat Hardendale 1-0. So these next 3 games for them: Southwest Legacy, McCullum, Southwest, John Jay. They're going to be big for them to punch their ticket into the playoffs. As we take it over to my broadcast partner for his take on the Southwest Legacy Dragons.
All right. So good afternoon. Happy to be here while watching the Mavericks wind up their season, right? Or wind down their season. It's an important matchup, as Freddie mentioned. It's a very, very important matchup because it's coming down to the wire. You want to make the playoffs, you just got to win. That's the whole point, right? For the Southwest Legacy Titans, they are coached by head coach Jeff Sanford, assisted by Coach De La Rosa and Coach Vasquez. And for them, their season, well, it's still in play, right? They're still there, very capable of making the playoffs. But again, both squads got to win. They're coming in overall 7-2 with a 4-8 district record. So again, they could easily leave today and be 5-8 and make it tough for CC Winn, right? CC Winn got to win. Period. They got to do their name and win. The last game they played, they did play Harlandale, and they got shut out. Or they shut out Harlandale 10-0. So that was a good win for them. They're coming off a win. Both squads coming off a win. So who's going to get the win today? It just depends on how we play, right? We've seen the Mavericks play before. If you make the least mistakes, well, obviously that should get you the advantage to win today. Some of the leaders for batting average is Macias at a 302 batting average. The on-base percentage goes to Zapata with a 424. Stolen bases, they do have some speedsters here. which in Macias too, he has 14 stolen bases. But the interesting factor here that I was looking at, they have no home runs this season. So they're not necessarily going to be swinging for the fences. But in baseball, you don't need that. You need hits to get you on base and hits to get you runs scored. Now, it is a little breezy today, so I'm not expecting the home run factor to be an issue today. Their batting average as a team is a 391, which is decent. It's a good average. You got to put it in play, and their on base percentage is 500. So that these guys are trying to find ways to get on the base, and it doesn't have to be through home runs, I guess. And we'll see that today. So it'll be an interesting matchup, very important matchup for both squads. I think if the Mavericks play a little bit cleaner, they can get the win today. As we see, their starting pitcher for today will be Paulín Delgado, right? Their ace.
Their senior ace that again has come to play this season and has pitched tremendously as they've leaned on his leadership, and he's a 4-year letterman. So for Coach Royce, excuse me, sorry about that. It's because I'm Jaden Garcia, excuse me, is on the mound for Southwest, and we get Ethan Macias, the leadoff hitter for the Southwest, and we'll give you some more as far as details of that 5-1 game. That one, first pitch, swinging third base off the heel of the third baseman, and he is gonna get on. We'll see. That's gonna be an E5.
And there we go. That's what I meant, right? That was my little preview, that they can get on base with hits. And in baseball, you can do that. You don't have to hit home runs. You just got to be effective and efficient, right?
Yeah.
And so now they got one runner on first. As up to bat will be number 2 with no outs. And be mindful. They got speed. They will steal on you. So that's one thing to watch here.
Ball 1 on Peña. And I'll give you defensively for the Mavericks here in just a second. Runner goes, popped up, and over at first base, doubled up.
Oh,
nice play there as Cruz comes over to first base. And Mata gets under that one as Peña flies out to first and doubled up 3-4 at first base for out number 2.
That's good baseball IQ.
Yeah,
and good play. So we give him the play of the inning. Right.
Nate Aranza is the batter.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And that one lined into center field for a single.
Yeah, so I mean that was a smart play by Mata. That was good. He eliminated the threat at first, right? He took care of it on his own. Nice play there. Now you got a runner on first, but you got 2 outs. So it's just about knowing where to go. But if you can get the strikeout here, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, defensively in center field is John Salcedo for the Mavericks. John Martinez is at shortstop. We have Des Rodriguez. First pitch lifted, towering, and Martinez kind of battling the sun and will fall. And a nice base running, as you mentioned, right there, first and third, actually second and third. So he lost it in the sun, Martinez.
Yeah.
And Raza gets over to third.
Yep.
Rodriguez gets on a, let's call it a hit.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of glaring out there.
Yeah, it is glaring. It is 93 degrees, sunny.
Yeah.
There is a gust of wind going from right field to left field.
19 miles an hour.
19 miles an hour. So wreaking havoc
Yeah.
First pitch is a strike
And you know what?
on the batter.
Interestingly
Arguello.
enough, the Winn will die down at 4:00 when the game's winding down.
When the game is winding down.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't miss it. We didn't miss it at all. We could do without the Winn. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Oh, it was much like last night. I mean, we did have some last night at the softball game.
Yep.
So runners at second and third.
The time called. But see, again, remember I mentioned this yesterday in the softball broadcast. You got to get your runners to third. That to me is an indication, like, man, you're good to go. You're a threat at all times. Right now, they did a good job. They have a runner in first. Now he's at third, and the hitter was managed to get to second as well. Hard hit.
That one's fouled for Joe Arguello.
And that is your
Valdez Tire Record Service foul ball.
foul ball.
So I pulled double duty today. I was actually out in the field earlier.
Yep. And the baby blue today.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't with this shirt. This is just my other. But anyways, the 1-2 pitch on its way. That one to the shortstop, Martinez. Fields that one. Over to first.
Yep. And that'll retire the side.
And that retires the Titans here. 6-3 for out number 3.
Yeah, so the first half was good for the Mavericks. They played it how they needed to play it.
No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base.
Yeah, and you see Coach Gonzalez running back and forth, asking for the pitch count. And you know how important that is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is your Friday. I mean, your Saturday game, right?
But you do play Tuesday, and with a short week, as far as the testing week, and then them having the holiday.
Yeah. And then the other thing is you have to win out these games.
Yeah, you do have to win that game. You do have to win these games.
So big.
We're in the bottom of the first. We'll get you the lineup right now.
Yeah. And as you're getting your stuff set up, your typing going. I'm gonna say hello to some of the fans that came out from Southwest Legacy. As I was coming up the stands, they noticed the jersey that I was wearing, and they said, "What, Saltillo?" And I said, "Well, yeah." And then I looked at them and said, "Monclova." They're like, "Yep." So there's some big baseball fans that are from Piedras Negras that came to watch Southwest Legacy play today. The Familia Esquivel from Piedras Negras, they were out here and they're watching the earlier game. They're watching this one. They're tuning in. And they're big fans of baseball, period. I know their daughter had a softball jersey too. And I mean, it's just a baseball family, but that's what baseball does. It brings everybody together, right?
Yes, it does.
And so, yeah, enjoying an afternoon baseball game.
Yep. Well, we got the voice of the Bobcats, Mr. Guevara, over in San Antonio. He says a Southwest Legacy win helped South San, who had a huge loss last night to Southwest.
Wow.
So there's a lot of, again, the
scenarios are endless.
Scenarios are endless with what's going on. As we got we actually broadcast with him back in the day when I first started doing broadcasting with my online radio station and stuff like that. When I first started with this stuff, and South San was, of course, in the district with Eagle Pass. Now they're with CC Winn. So as we get the
first batter, number 1, center fielder, John Salcedo. Was also my former student. He's a good student and a good player. No
good student athlete.
Yes, yeah. I guess a good definition of a student athlete.
Yeah.
He does it in the classroom and does it out here on the field.
You got John and John
Yeah.
to lead off for the.
And again, both speedsters. We saw that before. There's speed on both sides, and that's I think, going to be one of the keys to the game today. If you can advance your runners, if the hits are going to be hard to come by, you got to advance them somehow.
So 1 ball,
1 strike.
1 strike.
Man, we got that breeze coming in now. It's going this way.
So 1-1. That one towards third baseman, Nate Raza. Takes care of that one. 5-3. Put out for out number 1.
Yep. So out number 1's on the board. That's John Martinez, the shortstop. He'll be batting second for the Mavericks.
Followed by Paulín Delgado.
And I think even the parents know what's at stake for the Mavericks, because you hear them cheering, you hear them chanting, right?
I mean, you sit in 4th place, and we'll give you the scenarios right now. We'll look at the, the district and how games played out yesterday, and
yeah, you got called strike 1. Oh, good eye. So he's got the 1-1
1 sky, 1-1.
So today, were you behind the plate? Or were you on the bases?
No, I was on the bases today. Yeah,
I was about to say, man.
I was on the bases. I was like, you know what? He got there first, and I did. Like, he got here before I did. So I was like, you know what? You can get geared up. By the time I get there, we can. We actually started the game a little later because, I think they had some issues with travel as far as Legacy.
Yeah.
So
you got a 21 count. That moves up to a hitter's count.
Yeah, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Brought to you by
Choche's Barbecue and Grill. Don't forget, they do have UFC 314. So make sure you reserve your call ahead 335-8464 to get your table reserved for tonight. More sports tonight. You got UFC.
He'll draw a walk.
Martinez draws a walk.
And that's putting speed on the base, which is kind of careful, man. You got to be careful about that. Wow. What catcher just do? Yeah. I mean, this is the second time they play each other. So, so there's no secrets anymore. I mean, Coach could already know that he's got speed on the bag. So, but you got Paulín Delgado batting next. And, I'm not worried about the UFC, but what I'm worried about is ordering some briskets after the game. That's what I'm worried about. So if they got UFC tonight, hey, that's fine. But I'm worried about if they got brisket right now. That's what I'm worried about. It's a good afternoon for a brisket, man. Why not? Oh, he just dropped it.
Runner gets back.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're checking the runners. They got to be able to limit it. What ended up happening? He's kind of like hurting there from his shoulder or something. I'm telling you, man, the turf
monster.
Yeah, it does a number on you. I mean, yesterday you were walking on it. Well, you walked on it today, right? But I'm saying you were walking on it yesterday when we were behind the dugout for the Lady Eagles, and it feels great on your feet. But I had just regular running shoes, and I said, wait, look, let me try to like push off or whatever, and I got stuck on it.
That one lifted right side, second baseman. Now comes forward, almost lost it.
Yeah, so lost his glasses.
They're gonna have some issues today with this win. But Delgado flies out to the second baseman for out number 2.
Yeah. So he snags that, man. But man, so you got the sun in your eyes, and it's gonna be there all day. There's gonna be any shade today. Sun in your eyes, and you got the breeze. Right? So Mata with that great play at first, a smart play at first. He's up to bat, trying to put the ball in play and advance the runner. And, they just keep checking Martinez over in first. They know something we know.
Runner goes.
There you go. What did I just say?
And he is safely in there for a steal.
It's like I have a crystal ball here or something.
Stolen base for Martinez, and Mata sees ball 1.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes.
Now, as a hitter, I love having a runner on base that can steal. because that's going to give me an advantage at the plate. Maybe he'll pitch me something that's off cue or something, and now I'm hitting, right? As evident right here. Man, I'm telling you, I'm looking into my crystal ball, and I can see this. He's up on the count 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. That one catches the outside corner for strike 2. Excuse me, for strike 1.
And for
Huh?
21.
21.
Blackjack. It should be an automatic.
It should be an automatic. That one
There you go. Pass
gets
ball.
away. Martinez gets to third quickly.
And what did I say? We're advancing runners to third, right? We make something happen from first to third. If you want to be an elite team, you can no longer be complacent and keep your runners. Oh, stay at first, stay at second. No, we are running. And this is one of the things that has transformed the game. The game has become faster. Like you remember the old days with Tony Gwynn and these power hitters, McGuire and Sosa. They were big guys that can hit the ball, but they wouldn't run the bases the way these guys are running it now. Right? Speed is essential now. Wow. Got a swing and a miss. That makes a count a full count. But yeah, I mean, you have to. Maybe these guys were listening in yesterday too, right? And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got to advance them." Hank was talking about that. There you go, and now a run should score.
Ball 4, but Martinez comes in to score the first run on a pass ball.
Yep.
So a wild pitch and a pass ball gets the Mavericks on the board, and Mata over to first with a walk for the third baseman Hector Cavazos.
Yep. So there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You place that yourself at third. Any little mishap, ball off throw, boom, it's gone.
Well, as of standings, see, we even get updates over there from Mr. Guevara. Standings as of Friday night: MacArthur 11-1, Southwest at 10-1, South San at 8-4, DC Winn at 7-4 with that win, with that 1-0 win against Harlandale. McCullum is 4-8, Southside is 4-8, Southwest is 4-8, Jay is 3-8, and then Harlandale is 1-10. So right now, MacArthur, Southwest, South San, and Winn kind of sit in the top 4 spots. So
yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's a foul ball.
Brought to you by
Valdez Tire Record Service.
Yep, and those stats were brought to you by Andrew Guevara.
Well, yes.
Well, you posted it.
The voice of the Bobcats.
Yeah. So, see now you see this is the what do we? I guess I'm just gonna go out there and say it's a pitcher's count, right? 0-2.
Yeah, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first is Mata. Takes his lead. That one fired down the line. Foul ball. Wow. Just foul.
Yeah. I mean, that was, I don't know. From my perspective, Coach Royce's perspective, he's probably saying, hey, that's over the bag. But
he's going to come talk to.
But you can't reverse it. I mean, you've already called it, right? I mean, just the only thing you could say, I mean, we're not going to get it back. But can you keep an eye on that, please? Like quicker. But I mean, hey, that's a judgment call. That's why you have umpires there. And I would not want AI or a robot making those calls.
Well, I mean,
it's going to get there, right? It's moving towards that. Having these little lines and lasers that tell you fair ball. I mean, that's more accurate. But the human error is the fun thing about sports too.
Really?
I mean, it's not fun for the people that don't get it, right? But it's the thing that makes things controversial.
That one, another pass ball. That's a third pass ball.
Yep.
As Rodriguez is not having a day here behind the plate.
Yeah, and then you see Mata, man, just taking off. He was hauling like somebody was chasing him. But you have to. And that's the understanding. All players gotta do that. Both Legacy and Winn gotta understand that pass ball. It's a goal, dude. You have to be ready to go. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Oh,
check swing, did not go.
Oh, we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yeah. But maybe on the foul balls, if you had like an automatic thing that would tell you foul ball and fair ball, that'd be better, right? In that sense. But I mean, there's other stuff that swing and a miss.
That one missed, and again, not being able to handle it, throw to first, not in time.
Yep.
So Cavazos goes over to first.
Yep, on a drop third strike.
And
I'm not.
So he's asking if it was a foul ball. No, it didn't. He did not clip it.
Actually, you know what I heard? I think he was asking if Troches has brisket. That's what he said. Hey, do you think
Really?
Troches has brisket for the team? That's what I heard. But he's a man that's great and had some cuts or something. That's what he's.
Yeah.
Actually,
so
no.
In that game against Southwest Legacy, they had 5 runs, 7 hits for Southwest Legacy. Had 1 run, 5 hits, 5 errors. Again, if you have an error-free game, you're gonna win some games. But if you have errors, it's kind of hard to be in games. First and third, 2 outs, 1 run already in. As Aiden Garcia, the pitcher, get himself into a bit of a trouble here.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think the struggles are both right, pitcher and catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a catcher, you're the last man back. You have
right
to
back up the middle. Garcia comes home.
Yeah. Got the
and tagged him. He thought it was a force out. No,
Yeah.
it was no force out. He could have gotten the hole. It could have gotten the first base.
He could have just held. He could have just held out for third.
Yeah, right.
Right. So it was a little miscommunication there. That's why Mata looks over at the catcher like, "Hey, why'd you tag me?" Well, it wasn't a forced out, bro.
Yeah,
you ran because you wanted to.
Hernandez hits into a fielder's choice.
Wow.
So they come 1-2 for out number 3.
So technically, they could have had bases loaded there.
Yeah.
Because the pitcher just threw home, right?
Exactly.
Mata just went.
Yeah.
So that's a conversation to be had there in the dugout. Mr. Mata, you need to listen.
1 run, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on.
Yeah. Yep. But it had everybody fooled. All the players were looking like, what? Where's he going? Where are we going? What?
UFC 314, Choches Barbecue and Bar. We got the Woloski versus Lopes and Chandler versus Pimlet tonight. The lightweight and the welterweight championship fights tonight. Make sure you call 830-335-8464 to reserve. I know they got delicious barbecue right now.
Yeah, for sure. I'll reserve some brisket right now.
You can't. Can you? No, you can't.
I don't know.
You can call.
I mean, we can do some influences where we'll be like, hey, we're the guys that announce you, and we get like 10 pounds.
Man, really?
Imagine 10 pounds there? Can you imagine 10 pounds?
No.
That's a whole brisket.
I'm not imagining 10 pounds. I'm not imagining anything right now other than getting through this day, trying to.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're lucky we're inside, man. Perfect weather here. No matter what you say, it's outside. It's 75 degrees here. Well, no, positively like 60 with a chance of snow here.
It is. It's a bit different right now than what we were last night.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like that view. I like of course, go check out our interview with Coach Coca Ruiz about the home finale. That was their last home game.
Yeah.
And of course, they're on the road next week.
So I mean, they are playoff bound. We just don't know the seeding, right? It'll come down to the end again.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to the last.
But that's just testament to what we've been saying the whole season. In baseball and softball, any given day, any team will beat you, even if it's an 0-0 for team. If they come and play because they want to beat you, they will, right? And if you let your guard down, it's going to happen. And we had the camera operator, Raymond Lara, suggesting some turkey, sir. That's what he said.
Some turkey?
Yeah. Is it Thanksgiving or what's going on?
Turkey. Anyway, so let's get to defensively for the Winn Mavericks. Trey Palos is over in left field. John Salcedo is in center. Isaiah Chavarria is over in right. Third base, Hector Cavazos. John Martinez is at shortstop. Juan Cruz Jr. Is over in second, and Matthew Mata is at first. Paulín Delgado is on the mound, and the freshman Caleb Hernandez is behind the plate. 1-0 the score here. We're in the top of the second. So top 2 We did get the word last night that the Eagles did beat United 2-1. So next week, Tuesday, big game. United South coming into town. So,
Trying to spoil the fun, right?
Yeah. Spoil the fun.
Yeah.
They lost to Medina Valley.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of scenarios in both.
The only certain thing is we don't know anything.
The only certain,
Yeah, that's the only certain thing we have.
the only certain thing is not knowing.
Yep.
Nice hit
over
right
the glove.
there by the batter
Over the outstretched glove.
of Cruz
Yeah.
as Garcia, the pitcher, gets on a single to right field to
Bring up to bat number 16.
Jeremy Salcedo.
I'm telling you,
We do get a courtesy runner for the pitcher.
these guys are doing it with those little hits, right? And I'll take a team like that any day. I don't need to have home run hitters on my team. I just need to have players that are going to get on the base.
Number 1, Rocha, is a courtesy runner for
Yeah, Steven Rocha, sophomore.
So Jeremy Salcedo. As he takes the lead over at first. That one a strike on Salcedo. So we talked about again the games coming up. They don't play on Tuesday; they play on Thursday. As far as Winn, and then they play again Saturday. So we'll have that Saturday game here. The good thing is out of their remaining schedule, they were on the road in the first half of district. And they're at home the second half.
And
So that's a good thing for them.
And if you notice the record's better at home.
Yeah, they have a better home record. They're 6-1 at home. So after this, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 games, and out of those 4 games, 3 are at home. You have McCullum here on the 17th, and then you have Saturday against Southwest, and then you're at John Jay, and then you're back home against Southside on the 26th. Swing and miss.
He goes down swinging.
Strike 3 as Salcedo goes down swinging for out number 1.
And we begin the K-Watch for Delgado.
Is that the first one for him today? Yeah, that's the first one for him today.
Yeah.
Excuse me. As I mentioned, go catch the interview with Coca Ruiz. As again, we posted it on our Facebook page, both the Now You Know page, and we're also going to have the interview with Sophie Torres, who last night recorded her 100th career strikeout plus more.
Yeah.
Also, she had the game high, or her career high, 10 strikeouts in a game. Her previous one was 8, so she's peaking at the right time. Runner goes foul ball.
Yeah.
As Brian Cortez is at the plate.
He's got a.
And Brian is the right fielder for the Legacy Titans.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
So 1-1 the count on the hitter. Saturday afternoon game. Swing and a miss, strike 2. We said it was 93 degrees. 93 clear.
Mm-hmm.
Gust winds gusting at 19 miles an hour.
Yeah, but you got a steady breeze. That's not stopping. I mean, I don't know what's waving more, if it's the umpire's pants or the
or the flag, or glory. I think both of them.
Field.
I think both of them are 2-2 count.
Man. It feels like a nice day for a picnic.
It does, right? Spring
or barbecue.
Yeah. 2-2 count. Runner at first is the courtesy runner Rocha. As I was saying, it is 93 degrees, nice and hot. It is clear skies with a chance of baseball. That forecast is brought to you by Midas Backhoe Services. Two pitch on its way. Strike three. As he goes down looking for out number 2.
Yep.
So he's got one swinging, one looking here back to back after giving up that single to Garcia. So Ian Macias.
Yep. Leadoff hitter.
Make sure you guys follow us, share us, like us on our social media. Also, go to your YouTube channel. Now you know, with a nice curveball there.
Yep. It'll be called strike one. Called strike one. So the one thing that I've noticed, man, is the legacy team is not too tall. So that's gonna play a number in the batter's box, right? You can shrink the batter's box by that. Especially having a taller pitcher like Delgado that has to come from the top down. I mean, that's gonna add another factor into the pitching. But so far, so good. You got an 0-2 count with that foul ball, brought to you by
Nevada's Law Group, nevadaslawgroup.com. Runner first takes his lead. He goes over to second. As he's out at second.
Yep, triple tagged at second.
As Rocha decided to take off. So Macias will stay in the next inning. And a 1-4 put out for out number 3. And that retires Legacy here in the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So Chavarria, Cruz, and Palos do up for the Mavericks in the bottom half.
Yep. Man, they got some funk to that.
And that one is brought to you by Choches Barbecue. Don't forget tonight, DJ Wolf will have an array of music tonight. Hip hop, reggaeton, top 40 house, 1295 North Veterans Boulevard. The after party. The after party.
Yeah.
After the UFC 314.
For sure, man. Once they're celebrating the victories. Some of those matches will end up early. They'll end early. That's one of the things that people like about UFC compared to other sports or other boxing, right? Or other fighting combat sports.
Lima Charlie Car Wash, located at 679 Medina Street. Make sure you guys go on this beautiful day. Go wash your car there at Lima Charlie Car Wash.
You don't even need to dry it.
No.
The breeze will do it.
And don't forget tonight, go by De Los Santos Foodie Park, located at 3055 Del Rio Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas, right next to the church. And if you're hungry, also tonight or later, Tacos Los Compadres at 256 North Pierce Street, 7 days a week. Yeah, they're open 7 days a week, 5 to midnight. Don't forget Sundays, open for barbacoa.
When is Sunday? Oh, it's tomorrow. Man, working a Saturday.
Working a Saturday.
Yep. As the first pitch is taken for a ball by John Martinez.
No, that's Isaiah Chavarria.
Chavarria. Oh, there you go. Chavarria. Wow.
So it's 1-0. Huh?
Why does he look so familiar?
Chavarria is a freshman.
Yeah, no, he was not my student, so why does he look so familiar?
I don't know. So Chavarria, 2 balls, no strikes. That one foul as interference, catcher interference. So not a good day for Rodriguez behind the plate. He's got some pass balls. And an interference on the catcher. And now Juan Jr. Cruz will step into the batter's box.
Oh, there you go. Juan Cruz.
So as I mentioned, don't forget also to catch the interview that we have. A bunt. Go to second in time for the force out as Cruz is on the fielder's choice. 1-6 for out number 1 as they force out Chavarria at second. Don't forget that we do have that interview with Sophie Torres about her 100th career strikeout and how the game went, and of course the fact of the matter that she has she's only a sophomore and then coming in and so a balk is called.
Balk called. Okay, so now we have the coach coming out. What's all the discussion, gentlemen? We have to clarify this. What was going on? So, what is you that you're umpiring and the people that don't know? What is the definition of a balk? When is that called?
Well, a balk. See, when they called it on him because he stepped off with his non, the foot that you put on the lead foot. Yeah, the front foot is of course, if you're a righty, the front side is your left side, right? Yeah. So when he stepped off, he came back with the left or his lead foot, and you got to step off with the right one, right back at the camera.
In other words, yeah, wow, that was a nightmare there, scary. But I'm saying the whole, I guess,
stepping off the mound.
Yes, and consensus. I'm gonna give you another word today, right?
Yeah.
And to be concise. If you face the base, you better throw it. That's what it is, right? Face the base and throw.
No, not really. No, on the throws to first base, there's two ways. You can disengage, non-pivot foot. Sorry, yeah. We got clarification. Yeah, the non-pivot foot is the one that can't come off. So, anyways, so when you pivot to throw to first, you can do it one or two ways. You can come off the base or off disengage with the rubber, right, and throw to first, or you can disengage by kind of turning your body. Yeah, that one fouled off.
And that is the
Touches barbecue and bar foul ball.
Foul ball. Yeah.
Sorry, I know that you had that, but so we're in the bottom half of the second. It's 2:45 in the afternoon already.
Then,
I don't think we're gonna make the 4 o'clock game.
Yeah. No, the game's it's not broken. I mean, it's 1-0. It's still anybody's game.
Yeah. That one missed ball.
Yeah, it's a slow moving game. It's not fast. Neither team is getting a pop on their bats.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter Palos. That one lined and gets into left field. Coming around from second is Cruz in for another score. And Palos on RBI single as he brings Cruz in for
run number 2.
A CC Winn run makes it 2-0. I was talking to the coaches and before in that first game, in that JV game, in between innings, right when I was at first base, in between innings that they were warming up, and on one of those, CC Winn's JV lost 6-4, but they were down at 1.61, and that one lined and that one hit the
player,
the batter, or hit the runner. Excuse me.
Yeah, so that should be called. Yep.
Yeah, so the runner Palos got hit by the ball,
Yeah, sometimes there's not much you could do about that, man.
Well,
That
no,
ball was
you
going.
can. You can stop.
Well,
You can
I mean,
stop.
okay, and
You,
on the
you can
turf.
stop.
Well, yeah, the turf will help you.
No, but he had a chance to let the ball go through. Like literally, he had a chance to stop his momentum going forward. Yeah, or hurt or something. So he is out.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get hit by the ball. I've done that a couple of times.
Saucedo
I still remember.
is over at first.
Safe is a call.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what we're gonna call this one. Trying to get the official score, as the pitcher will take care of that one for out number three as he gets it to Joe Arguello. So it was a runner interference on Palos, and then it was a hit to Saucedo, and Martinez gets a 1-3 for out number 3. So that retires the Mavericks. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Yeah, 1 left on base.
Yeah.
So don't forget tonight, DJ Wolf after party, and of course UFC 314 at Choch's Barbecue and Bar. Tell them the Freddy sent you and Pang sent you.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you, but I'm gonna send you for some brisket.
Why? Valdesaya Record Service, 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas, 757-3102.
Because it would hit the spot. A brisket sandwich with a nice cold
Big Red.
Nah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's good.
Barbacoa and Big Red. Yeah, Pepsi. You're a Pepsi guy?
I'm a Pepsi guy, but not because of anything. Just I've
always. You're a Pepsi guy.
No, I just like Pepsi. It's a good deal. Right. There's certain foods that you can eat, or you can eat or accompany with a soft drink.
Mine is backhoe services and septic solutions. As if you eat too much barbacoa, you're gonna need your septic system worked on.
Yeah.
830-325-0092.
Yeah.
Eagle Pass Dental Clinic, 1606 East Garrison, 757-1500. And of course, our good friends over at Nevada's Law Group, 780 East Rio Grande Street, 830-776-7003. Visit nevadaslawgroup.com.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, if we were doing Sunday games too,
no,
at any point, you'd have Los Compadres getting you barbacoa.
Right?
No. Or menudo.
I don't think I would ever do that.
The Sunday game.
Yeah, no, I would
7 days a week.
I would never do a Sunday league, or what we call it, La Liga de los Veteranos.
Yeah.
You would never catch me doing a game there.
Because you got Nate.
Their time has passed.
Well, you're veteranos, right?
Yeah, their time has passed.
Nate Araiza, the batter, number 5.
No, it's Ian Macias.
Oh, was it? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Macias was the one.
Position. Yeah, Macias stayed.
Yeah, Macias. So bunt towards third. Cavazos
he should get
comes in and throws. Oh. That one gets away as Chavarria. Nice cover there. Brings it in quickly.
In Macias. And then you got Ethan Macias. So brothers.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are they brothers? Did you check that?
Twin brothers.
Are you sure? They'll be Ethan Macias. So an infield single for Macias. And the last time that Ethan Macias got on, he got reached on an error.
Yeah.
As he hit towards third base.
So the speedster, well, they're both speedsters. The speedster, the stolen base leader, is on first base. And the on base, or the high batting average, is in the batter's box. So we go back to I don't think they reported the score for, I think it was 1-0, if I'm mistaken.
because they're 7-4. Yeah.
Swing
and a miss. Throw down and he is out at second. A nice play there.
Yep, a backhand tag
by Cruz, but a better throw from the freshman catcher Hernandez for throwing him out. 2-4 for out number 1.
Yeah, that adds another dimension to the game. If you got runners going all the time, I mean, you got to be on your toes.
Well, I mean, you got a young kid behind the plate in Caleb Hernandez, and for him to be aware that, hey, you got teams trying to run on me. You know what I mean?
That ball coming straight back,
trying to run on me. Am I gonna step up to the plate and say, guess what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my job.
Yeah. And I'll give you a little analogy here after this next pitch. So he stopped it. So speaking about catchers, yesterday you saw me wearing the Union Laguna jersey.
Did I?
My uncle played for Union Laguna. He was a catcher for them. And one of the things he told me before, well, obviously he had his baseball card and all these stories, but the idea is you always have to stop the ball. And he said, man, there was times that I stopped the ball with my bare hand. I caught it with my bare hand from a pitch, not from a throw. I caught it with my bare hand. Can you imagine how much that would hurt? But you had to stop the ball. If you want to make the roster, you want to be behind the plate and be the starter, you got to do what you got to do.
Right? 3-2 pitch on its way. 1 out. Delgado from the stretch. And just missed.
Yep. We'll draw a walk. So, man, I won't even catch a ball with a toss with my bare hand.
You wouldn't?
I mean, depends who's tossing it, right? But
so walk to Macias now. Jaden Pena, who flew out to first base as they doubled up a double play in that first inning.
Yeah, so you got to get speed on first.
So Macias takes his lead. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Checks the runner over at first. Comes set from the stretch. Runner goes. Again, testing him.
Wow. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
He almost had a scorpion there.
Yeah, scorpion dive, we'll call that. By the turf monster.
Lima Charlie Car Wash, located at 679 Medina Street. Make sure you guys go catch them. Wash your car.
It's got a 1-1 count with 1 out.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike. Stolen base to Macias.
Again,
so that's weird having Cruz cover the throw. I'm sorry, it's not weird because I forgot.
Not in this scenario.
Not in this scenario because there's a righty. So with the righty batter, you have to have Martinez play back, and Cruz is the one. Now, if they had a lefty, then the shortstop will cover the throw down the second. But yeah, my bad. It's a Saturday going back.
Oh, that
kind of got turned, and Saucedo. As Pena finds some green behind the center fielder. As Salcedo, for some reason, didn't just turn and burn. He turned around, turned the ground again twice, and the ball just rocketed into center field for a triple, an RBI triple for Pena. And it cuts the lead 2-1.
So I'm gonna, it's one of the conversations we'll have when I see him in the hall. I'm gonna ask him what happened there, but I guarantee you he's gonna say something without me even saying this, right?
Yeah,
say something about the turf because it does get you stuck, man. I'm telling you.
Really?
It's just it's not sticky stuck. Like I don't know. There's just something about it. It's just like rough.
It's rough.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be running there.
It felt kind of nice on my feet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you could barefooted. That'd be good. It's like a little carpet, but when you're trying to run, no.
We're in the top half of the third. 2-1 the score now.
Yeah, the run will score. So now you get 2-1. Runner on third with 1 out.
With 1 out.
Possible tie here.
It's number 13 hitting. believe that's the
That is Nate Isa.
Araiza.
Yeah. The third baseman.
Yeah, Araiza. So Araiza, who had one of the first, one of two hits in that first inning. He's 1 for 1, 2 balls, no strikes on him. Strike one.
And this hitter's count is brought to you by
Tacos Los Compadres at 256 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. Open 7 days a week from 5 to midnight. Well, actually, Sundays, I think they're open from 12 midnight to like 5 o'clock or something like that. I got to check and see. Hold on. I'll let you know. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that ball went foul all the way down the left field side.
12:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays. And they sell barbacoa and menudo on Sundays. So
Check them out. Got to try their food out.
that one into the gap in left center field. Another run will score, an RBI going into second. And he's safe at second with a double, an RBI double.
Man, doing it with hits. That's what it is.
And they tie up the ball game at 2-2.
Yep.
And 1 out. We'll have Coach Royce come out and talk to Delgado.
Yep. So that was a well-placed hit in left center, right? Doing what they needed to do. Get on base, move the runners along. I mean, that's what Southwest Legacy's game style is. And they're playing their style. They're not playing out of their character. Most teams, right, at the beginning of the season, you define your team, trying to find your identity.
Yeah.
The identity for Southwest Legacy is getting on base and using your speed and manufacturing runs off of there. Have they given them a lot of wins? No, but they have wins off of that using that same scheme, right? Winn is similar to that, but not all completely there. Winn has a little bit more pop in their bat, but yeah, this might be a time to settle down the pitcher because now the game's it's even again. Now you're 0-0, but you're in the third inning.
Third inning 2-2, as you mentioned. You're all knotted up, so it's like being 0-0.
Yeah, have to work again from nothing, from scratch.
Delgado settles, comes from the stretch,
Mm.
misses inside ball 1. Catcher Des Rodriguez, who is 1 for 1. Nice block there by the catcher.
Yep. You got to be willing to sacrifice your body, man. If you're going to play catcher, you have to understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's even drills behind that where it's just, no glove. You're just stopping the ball with your body.
Yeah.
You have to.
Fouled that one off.
And that is the
Valdez Tire Record Service.
foul ball.
So 2 balls, 1 strike on the hitter. I want to thank Poncho Nevares. I know he's over at in Los Venados as far as Saturdays. I think Saturdays and Sundays he's busy with Los Venados. The The football.
Football team.
Yeah.
I was about to say Luvenal. So what's going on there?
Well, the club,
I used to be
Los
with
Clubenaus.
Luvenals, but not football. Oh, swing and a miss. And he goes down swinging. That's 2 outs on the
For out
board.
number 2, yeah. So
And strikeout number
3.
Yeah. Yeah, then Rodriguez was there kind of upset at himself for striking out. Not because of the strikeout per se, but you have a runner on second when you have a chance to do damage here. Or inflict greater damage on the Mavericks.
And first pitch to Arrejo, and he grounds out to the second baseman. 4-3, put out for out number 3. That retires the Titans, but not before they scored 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're knotted up at 2 after 2.5 in the books. We go to the bottom half of the third. Delgado, Mata, Cavazos due up. We'll be back with more after this. What other sound did you want?
Oh, I thought it was the other
Which one? The trumpet?
No, the air horn that you had.
Oh.
Oh, there you
there it
go.
is.
There you go. You can move them right now.
Yeah.
That's what it says here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I don't know. There's some sound effects and stuff like that.
Yeah, the small robots.
Well, yeah, but that's like an effect on the voice. Like I can actually, yeah. I was looking at it. I was like, really? I haven't even played around with this thing.
A monster voice. No batting number 1. Oh my god.
Really? No.
Yeah, that's a monster
Where?
voice right there. What's that one?
This one? Yeah. Really? No.
Say something.
I did say something.
That's me.
Why is it you?
Because it's a sign to number 1.
Okay. It's a sign to number 1.
That's crazy. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that? No batting. Oh my god. Never had a deeper voice in my life. That's crazy.
Well, let's give you that. Hold on.
Oh, there you go. See, you're assigning it.
Oh, yeah. Nah, never mind.
You're assigning it over.
No.
Hello?
I'm sorry.
You should have left it on him like, hi, my name's Freddie.
Dad. No, you got to say it's you.
And we're back, guys. And
Yeah, right.
that's funny.
Delgado steps into the batter's box as we keep playing with the sound effects thing. First pitch swinging, that one towering towards the left side, foul ball territory. And the third baseman, Raza, gets on it for out number 1.
And just to let you know, that was a mile-high foul ball.
And that one's brought to you by Midas Backhoe Services.
Yeah, even the catcher's telling us, Coach, that was a mile high, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard it right now. I have it on my earpiece. Yep.
So Matthew Mata.
Mata takes the first pitch for a strike.
Fouls that one off.
And that is the
Nevada's luck group.
Foul ball.
So don't forget, we got a lot of playoff series that we're going to cover. So make sure you guys, if you have a business, call us up. Swing and a miss. Actually, that one falls and Rodriguez throws over to first. For the second out, Matthew Mata goes down swinging for out number 2. We got a lot of playoff series that we're going to cover. So make sure you guys call us up. We will have your playoff packages ready to advertise your business.
Hector Cavazos up to bat now for the Mavericks. Ball 1 is the count, or 1-0 count for the batter now. Yeah, having some pitching troubles there. Reminding us of the first inning, right? First couple of innings. Got now a 20 count for Cavazos.
2 balls, no strikes on Cavazos. That one missing outside. As Garcia thought he was going to have a strike.
Yeah. Got a 30 count. So my advice, Mr. Cavazos, don't swing.
Don't swing. So he didn't.
What did I just say? Don't swing. You got your base. That was 2 out there. I mean, maybe the pitcher's trying to hit the outside, but that was way outside and way low. Having a little control issues here. So, I mean, there's no pressure from you. I mean, there's pressure on either team to break the score open again, but there's no pressure in the sense that you're back at 0-0. You did what you had to do to make the score tied. It's 0-0. Now let's play the game again. Because you can cut it down into bits of threes, right?
Yeah, Caleb Hernandez. The catcher steps into the batter's box. Strike 1.
Yep, takes a strike.
He hit him to the fielder's choices last time up.
Yeah, having some.
And Rodriguez, who, again, has had 3 or 4 pass balls already.
Yeah. I'm telling you, who says that a catcher's not important?
No,
right?
They're very important.
And I've always said that they're your little generals on the field. More so now with that earpiece. You had a 1-1 count.
That one lifted into center field, going back is Saucedo. Under it for out number 3 is Hernandez. Puts a charge on that one, but into the glove of Saucedo, the center fielder, for out number 3, and that retires the Mavericks in the top half of the 3rd. As we go, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We got Isidro Navarro. Shout out to Pang. You got some fans.
Yeah,
he's calling you the best basketball coach.
No, he's the best basketball coach, Coach Biddle.
Oh,
shout out to Pang. Thank you, Mr. Navarro. Always tuning in for to watch the Mavericks. He's a big fan of Maverick athletics. He's always asking, when are you doing this game? When are you doing the other one? Maybe he's out here today because you got a doubleheader. I mean, you can watch this game, right, and walk on over. I guess, what is it? 2 games for the price of 1? You pay 1 ticket here, and then you can watch both.
No, you can't. I think you can. I think you have to. I don't know. I haven't.
I mean, there's no fence. You can walk across, literally.
I know.
But it's a good afternoon. Not saying effect. Doing megaphone, right?
Yeah. I just messing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's for the DJ.
Yeah. That's yours right there. Anytime you say
my coin phrases,
your coin phrases, that's yours right there.
Yeah. So no, not yet.
You can't hear it?
Oh yeah, we can hear it.
Oh, is it that one? Yeah, it's this one.
Man, I don't even know how many how many effects is gonna think it's got.
Well, you can actually import some more stuff into it. So
Yeah, it's awesome. Put your own thing.
yeah.
You could import all that in there. All the
Oh, really?
the advertiser stuff. You just click them,
Oh, that's right.
and you don't have to say.
Well,
it.
the audio stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can. But that's still, we'll work on it over the summer because we got after baseball and softball and all that stuff that's left over right now.
Got
Then we got to get ready for volleyball and
summer
football.
gymnastics, summer swimming.
Swimming.
Yeah.
The only swimming or the only stuff is in Laredo as far as that's concerned, and in San Antonio.
Yeah.
The aquatic stuff. They still
Well,
don't have it here.
I go swimming in the summer.
Even nobody wants to know what you do in your summer, sir. First pitch swinging. First strike one on Garcia. He's 1-for-1.
Yep. And he's 0-1 right now on the count.
Oh.
Not 0-1, but 0-1 the count.
We're in the top half of the fourth, still tied 2-2. Scheduled for 7. That one catches the outside corner, strike 2. So quickly ahead in the count is Mr. Delgado, excuse me. Yeah, it's the umpire over at first base is Tejada, Ray Tejada. He's battling the wind and the sun as Martinez gets under that one for out. Excuse me.
That's you.
Thank you. For out number 1.
Out number 1.
Now the center fielder for the Titans is Jeremy Saucedo. He's 0-for-1 with a strikeout today. So yeah, we're supposed to start the JV game at noon. And we started like at 12:10, 12:15 because they needed time to warm up. When they got here a little late. The bus was a little late.
Wow.
They were supposed to be picked up, I think, at 8 o'clock in the morning. We were supposed to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning. I think they left at 9 from San Antonio.
That's not a far drive, though. It's Von Army to
Van Army to here is maybe an hour and...
Maybe an hour and 45, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. If because I think you make, 2 hours right to 1604? Right about there? Because it's an hour and 30. From here to 57 is about, an hour and 30?
Yep.
And then another
34
or hour
minutes.
15, whatever the case may be. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Delgado. Swing and a miss. As Saucedo.
And we got our blackjack. 21 the count.
Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That one towering.
A mile
Second
high.
baseman Cruz goes out there under it for out number 2.
Yeah, I was hoping he would catch that because, don't make Salcedo come in from the outfield and have it catch that just in shallow center. But good catch. You got 2 outs on the board. And the outs at 1. Batter gets struck by the pitch.
Hit by a pitch. As Cortez, who struck out his last time up back in the second, now gets a free base as he's hit by a Delgado fastball.
Yeah, you don't want to give him a chance to get on base and start stealing on you. You don't. The game's still okay. I mean, it's 2-2, not a problem. A couple of hits will get you the lead, but you cannot be giving people easy passes or quick passes on to get on base.
I saw it. So strike one.
Yeah, so you got Macias, another speedster on there,
Macias, who had a single,
and has the highest on base percentage.
misses high. Ball one. One ball, one strike on the hitter.
Yeah.
Tacos Los Compadres, 256 North Pierce Street. Open 7 days a week from 5 to midnight.
See,
And then 12:30 to 2 on Sundays.
what you see head coach yelling to or instructing his player on first and his assistant coach on first base, letting them know, hey, we got to go. You cannot be complacent. The game's 0-0, game's getting away. You got 3 more innings. I mean, you got to go.
Yeah, you do. You got to make something happen. You got to put pressure on the defense by any means necessary. If that means that you got to, run and
steal and bunt and do whatever you got to do. I mean, this game can become lethargic. That's another word.
Lethargic.
If you let it be, but it can be a fast-paced game.
That one to third base, and Cavazos will field it in foul territory.
I'm going to say another hit like that, he'll get on base and he'll advance the runner. That's a good hit. Not a bunt, right? But a good hit that'll do the same work. It'll get you on base and advance the runner. You got to deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With 2 runs for the Mavericks and 2 runs for the Titans. Oh, wow. What are we doing? This for Saturday afternoon. What are you talking about, compadre? We got a full count of that little chime of norteña music, I think.
Yep.
That means fire up the grill.
That means a lot of stuff.
That means let's go to the meat market and
grab a couple of
necessities.
Fajitas and short ribs and...
Oh, my God.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody just put a comment. Ya tienes hambre.
Ya tienes hambre. Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs for the Mavericks, 2 runs for the Titans. That one lifted foul, actually, to the first base side, and Mata will get it.
Oh,
actually,
my God.
No, he misplayed it.
It went through
over
the
third and almost threw it away.
It went through the glove. We got to check that glove at first.
As Mata over at first misplayed that pop-up in the infield.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there such a thing, or can there be such a thing as having a too soft of a glove? Can that be a thing?
It can if you over condition the. And with that error and that throw over to third, Macias gets to second. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs, and Ethan.
And you've got the
Macias, who had a walk and a run scored with a stolen base.
Yep.
Reached on an error.
With a 302 batting average. Called strike 1. So yeah, if I think that Delgado wants to get himself out of the situation, he's got to strike this batter out. Because if he loads up the bases, no, that's not good. But if he hits, they score. Okay. Now the count turns to 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm sure coaches are, as you see the catcher looking over to the dugout, coaches are having some instructions for their pitcher. Now you got the count at 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yep. Again, we got some synchronicity. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs for the Mavericks, and 2 runs for the Titans.
And 2 runners on base.
There you go. My God.
See?
So if I had to pick a number today for the lottery, I'm picking 2.
Or 22.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Or 222. To third. Cavazos over to first. out number 3, and Macias is retired. 5-3 put out for out number 3, and that takes care of the Titans in the 4th. No runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. That's already 6 runners left for the Titans here.
Yeah. And I think this one was costly. This one was it. Because they hit any of those well-placed hits that they've done to the outfield or shallow outfield would have scored both. They would have broken the score open now 4-2. And in the lead, it's different. I guess playing from having the lead is so different from having to come back. I mean, I'd rather be on the comeback than be on the lead because there's more pressure for you while you're leading, right?
Chavarria, Cruz, and Palos are due up for the Eagles in the bottom half of the 4th. You're listening to and watching Now You Know Sports. Freddie Day, alongside my broadcast partner, Enrique Pang, and our camera operator, Mr. Lara, was giving you all the sights on the field. We give you a different perspective today. We put the camera in a different area.
Yeah.
Trying to see the different the different camera angles once we get more cameras in stock and more equipment. As we gain more equipment, gain more advertising, of course, we will. I mean, right here, this would be one right there. You see this area right here? Yeah. Well, this one right here would be 1. I think over in the outfield would be 2. And then 1 kind of high top, the very top of the grandstand here, right up. It's right up here would be, and then maybe 1 in the corner would be 4,
covering all angles.
Yeah,
all angles of the game. Yeah.
So yeah. So Isaiah Chavarria, who reached on an interference by the catcher and missed a bunt there. Trying to butt himself on. Strike 1. Misses high, ball 1. So Garcia we're into the 4th.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
In the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Cats out 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still tied 2-2. 1-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Chavarria goes down swinging for out number 1. Now Cruz, who reached on a fielder's choice and has one of the 2 runs for the Mavericks.
It should be high for ball 1.
Yeah, so the 15th. When's the 15th? A Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testing Tuesday.
If it's testing, then why are they still playing?
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, because they don't test all day. They have part of it day. But, I mean, that'll do a number on the kid, though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, all day in the classroom testing.
Yeah.
Called strike 2. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Cruz, 1 ball, 2 strikes on him.
Oh, man.
And
Swing.
swing and a miss, strike 3, as he goes down swinging for the 2nd out.
Yeah, I think he would like to have that one back. That ball was a little too outside for comfort.
So Trey Palos now.
Yeah. Up to bat with 2 outs. Wow. Foul ball.
So fouls that one off.
And this foul ball is brought to you by
Tacos Los Compadres at 256 North Pierce Street. Open 7 days a week from 5 to midnight. And then Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 2 or
Yeah.
a.m. Not
2
sure.
p.m. 2 p.m.
2.
So you got a 1 ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs for Palos.
Palos, the left fielder.
And now the count turns to 2 balls, 1 strike.
The last time we covered them was a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2 games back. Foul
That
ball.
one foul ball, and that's the Lima Charlie car wash.
Foul ball.
Yeah, it was at 10-4 loss to
MacArthur.
MacArthur. Yeah. Palos there he actually went 2 for 2, I think, in that game. Yeah. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Excuse me, 3 balls, 2 strikes on the hitter, Palos. That one rifled down first baseman. Nice snag. Aruejo tags the base for out number 3. He had the presence of getting up, hitting the ball, touching the bag for a 3 unassisted.
Yeah,
third
for sure.
out.
I mean, every player is vital in their role. But first base, you know that I've said this before, right? You're the last man standing there. If the ball goes through or the ball, it doesn't matter if you don't get the out, you got to stop the ball. But he did both. He stopped the ball and got the out. So, you, sir,
did your job.
Yep.
Lima Charlie Car Wash, located at 679 Medina Street. Wash your car with the best water pressure in town. It is, if you got bugs, they'll take it off. If you got caked on mud, they'll take it off. Go to Lima Charlie Car Wash, located at 679 Medina Street. Of course, the hottest foodie park in town, De Los Santos Foodie Park, 3055 Del Rio Boulevard. They got a couple of trailers that are having anniversaries, 3 anniversaries, 1 year anniversary. So go by tonight, 3055 Del Rio Boulevard. Of course, don't forget tonight, the big UFC 314. They got the World Featherweight Championship and the lightweight bout. And don't forget to stay tuned after the fights, as they got the DJ Wolf on the 1s and 2s. When are you gonna get your 1s and 2s?
Oh, I've already had them. I'm good with
Well,
that.
no, but like, when are you gonna do the 1s and 2s?
I don't know. I don't have any plans in the near future. In the foreseeable future, no.
So table reservations available, but are not required. Make sure you guys call them up. The number is on the bottom, 830-335-8464. Tell them Freddie sent you.
I think I'm about to head out there afterwards.
You are?
I'm gonna
you're
head
gonna
out
get
there.
brisket, right?
I'm gonna require a pound of brisket.
You're gonna require a pound of brisket.
Yeah, a pound of whatever they have, because I don't know what they have. I hope they have something. I hope they do.
Yeah, I can actually check right now.
It's like, so Peña number 2 will be the leadoff batter for the Titans. They're in the top of the 5th. Bless you.
Man, thank you. Leading off the inning is in the
Peña.
in the 5th, Peña.
Yeah, takes the first pitch for a ball.
Tied up at 2-2. So Peña, the number 2 hitter, had an RBI triple in that 2-run inning. Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah.
And that one missed.
30 now the count. I'm telling you, I don't know. I guess I'll ask that to Delgado about the facing different batters. Some that are not as tall as other players, and how that comes into play. You got a called strike one, right?
So they got pork ribs, pulled pork, sausage, and chicken. They have officially sold out of brisket, along from dino ribs, codito, the salad, and coleslaw.
Oh my God!
You better do something right now, because remember, they will stop serving today at 4:30 or sell out, whichever comes first, to prepare for the catering tonight to reach out to for their UFC fight tonight.
Yeah,
they're the only legal place where they can show the UFC here in town.
Yep. Got a full count.
Strike three as he looks at a called strike three on a 3-2 pitch from Delgado.
Yeah.
And he goes down looking for out number one. As we say that, you got caught with the hand in a cookie jar.
Yep. And I mean, that pitch looked good. I don't know why he abstained from
abstain.
From batting.
Wow.
From swinging.
Man, you with this vocabulary, bro. Are you kind of studying with the kids?
Double major.
Double major.
English is my minor.
English in your minor?
Yeah, that's my minor.
I have a degree in
sportology.
No, I have a degree in called life.
Life experience. Well, I'm telling you, that's the school of life for sure.
School of life.
You can learn a lot from it too. Because you got 1-0 the count for the batter.
It's funny because I mean you you kind of look at some experiences in your life and you kind of tell yourself, man, what if, right? What if I went to school for broadcasting and whatnot? But I love what I do. I'm passionate. Yeah. Well, dude, at my age, I don't think
we're gonna miss strike
two.
Yeah, you can. When I was at UTSA, there were some older folks that they were retired, but they went back to school to get a degree just because they wanted to. What were they gonna do with it? Nothing. They just wanted to go out there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Delgado swing and a miss. Strike three as Raza goes down swinging for out number 2.
Yeah, so he's this one swung, and he didn't make any contact, so you got 2 outs on the board. Now you got the catcher.
5 Ks for Delgado here in this ball game. This broadcast is brought to you by Nevada's Law Group, E780 East Rio Grande Street. Call them up 830-776-7003 if you've been hit by a big 18-wheeler, or visit www.nevadaslawgroup.com. Misses high inside. Des Rodriguez, who was 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. But what I'm saying is okay. So, I mean, you go to school, you pay all this money to go to school, but in reality, I think more kids nowadays should start looking into like a trade. You know, that's gonna. I mean, I'm not knocking, going to school, but go to school and do your thing for, elementary and high school and stuff like that. But as far as college is concerned, if you want to do that whole experience, college experience and all that stuff, go for it. I'm not knocking it. But like, I got 3 kids. I got 2 of them in the military, and I got one that works. He
don't say it if they don't pay it.
No, I'm gonna say it. Swinging, strike 3 is Rodriguez goes down swinging.
I just learned that phrase from somebody. That's a point from you.
It's a 1-2-3 inning for Delgado. As he took care of.
That is yours. Yeah. The fans going wild. Yeah. For that 1-2-3. I mean, you needed that. You need to. The game's still 2-2, right? It's anybody's game.
Yeah.
It's coming down to the wire. You're doing bottom of the 5th now. I mean, somebody's got to break it open.
Yeah, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base.
but I'm gonna say, don't say it if they don't pay it.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying, I'm just saying, it's like my middle child decided not to go to school as far as like the conventional way, of going to college or whatnot. But I mean, he did go to a technical school and did get his certification in HVAC.
Yeah.
So he's already working for a air conditioning company here in Texas. I'm not gonna say the air conditioning company because
they don't.
Yeah, don't say it until they pay it. Yes.
What is that?
2-2 score. We're at the bottom of the fifth.
What is he brought his drums today.
He brought his drum set today.
Yeah. Yeah, don't run, coach. Don't run through that. He was about to run and the pitcher was winding up. No, don't do that, coach. Your safety is of utmost concern. But yeah. So here we are, 5 innings in, 2-2. Still waiting for that
that inning, that break inning.
Yeah, and I told you guys this at the beginning of the game. These teams were evenly matched. There's a reason why they're all waiting for a chance, right? They're looking at a chance to get in. It's the style of play though, but it's worrisome for me because again, you go into the playoffs. If you let's say you own a 4th seed, you're playing the number 1 seed from another district. And granted, it depends what districts you're playing in because there's some districts where they may be number 1, but they could be number 3 in your district or number 4. But then you go to some other districts where they're 1 through 4 can all play, and they play fast baseball. Some of them can hit the balls over the fence. Like 1 through 9 can hit home runs. They have a what did it say yesterday? A plethora of pitchers where they could just have 1 through 9 can pitch. I mean,
yeah,
you see different elements that makes them that great of a team or that much greater that has them at that ranking.
Well, but you got. I mean, of course, we were covering softball yesterday. And that's a different that kind of game. You can have one dominant pitcher and she can play. She can pitch the whole, the whole season and whatnot. But if we have 2 or 3, like Coca might have next year, he's gonna have two great pitchers. And the fact that you got a proven pitcher in Sophie Torres.
Yeah.
For Eagle Pass, CC Winn. I mean, you do got some young guys that are, and after this year because Delgado is their senior, and has been their workhorse. As we have John Salcedo, who's 1 for 2, rounded out to 3rd and a single, strike 1 and ball 1 now, 1-1 the count. Now you see who. With the freshman playing now with Hernandez, catcher, Chavarria over in right field,
that's
that one fair down the line in left field. Salcedo in for a double down the left field line as that one just inside.
Yeah, that was a hard shot. I mean, staying fair, perfectly placed hit. That'd be good for a double. Now, that could be something for the Mavericks there. Now, I'm going to call them stealing 3rd and waiting for something to happen, especially when you have a shaky pitcher like today.
I thought you said make it happen, not waiting for something to happen.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying waiting for something to happen as far as a mishap at home plate.
Yeah.
I mean, if the catcher's not going to stop it, if the pitcher keeps throwing them in the dirt, there's no action in the bullpen for Legacy. So this pitcher's going. I mean, I don't know what his count is, but this pitcher's going.
Sorry. I know we were talking about it, right? So they just updated their Facebook page.
What was that?
Choch's Barbecue and Bar.
Yeah, they need to update me.
Well, I'm updating you right now.
Update me with a pound of brisket.
That's all she wrote, y'all. Thank you for supporting us in our business. We're averaging about 2 orders per minute today during our lunch rush, and for a total of 3 hours.
Lunch rush on a Saturday?
Yeah. So I can't do the math, but it was a lot of people, a lot of food, and we're blessed for serving this city. So we'll see you tonight at the UFC 314. Reserve your table. Don't forget 830-335-8464. And y'all keep updating. They're going to keep updating with that one up the middle. No one's there.
That was a gamble.
And Martinez to center field for a single. He opens up. Nobody there.
That was a big gamble. Did you see what happened?
Yeah.
He ran over to 3rd because they were covering. They had a different idea of what was going to happen. That shot went straight to where the player was.
Well, yeah, they thought it was gonna. They thought it was gonna be a bunt situation as far as a sacrifice to move the runner to 3rd, and it was a shot up the middle.
Yes, Yeah, the coach is probably like, "Whoa, my God, what do we do?" But I mean, hey, players just following orders. That ball. I mean, that player was looking to steal.
Yeah.
The hit just got him. I mean, just assured him that he got to second. Now you got runners on first and third. We got time being called by Legacy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the coach is going to think.
Coach is going to come out and talk to his pitcher, Garcia.
Yeah, and this is important. I mean, you've got runners on first and third, no outs. I mean, again, I think for Winn, you got to take a page off of Legacy's book. Hits. You need to produce hits, not home runs. And then it's not going to happen today, not with this breeze, right? And that flag hasn't stopped moving since we got here.
Yeah.
Man, I stepped outside earlier this morning, and it was okay. But then, I mean, I'm driving over here. I'm stepping outside again, driving over here. Man, the wind.
Hey,
Awesome.
you can actually pre-order your Easter Sunday pre-order.
Okay.
Call them up, 830-335-8464. So if you want brisket for
Yeah.
Easter Sunday,
Not sure what the plans are, but yeah, that definitely would be good. Or even if it wasn't Easter, maybe that Monday afterwards or something, right? I mean, the Monday afterwards, you don't want to cook. You already ate your barbecue stuff that you ate, or if you didn't barbecue. But yeah, it's always a good option. Yeah. So I guess next option after,
what would be next option?
I don't know. We gotta think about that. Gotta see. Well, we could be here all day. It's 2-2. We could be here until it's 10 o'clock. The game is still 2-2 here at the Student Activity Center.
No, don't say that.
I mean, it's baseball.
Yeah, but the baseball gods can come back and
I mean, you got one first and third. We'll see what happens.
yeah, first and third, no outs, tied up here in the bottom of the fifth, 2-2. Delgado, who's 0 for 2, and that one gets past Rodriguez, a pass ball, run scores, Salcedo in and makes it 3-2 Mavericks over to second and Martinez.
I'm telling you, I'm seeing this with a crystal ball, and it's crystal clear. You keep your runner on third for any mishaps like we just had, and the run will score. Yeah, the fans had a little delay there.
Man, the fans are going wild here.
They waited to make sure that the run did score, then they went wild.
Garcia at the mound.
And you got a runner in second. Now, again, coach, we're moving him to third. I'm just, man, maybe I should be the offensive coordinator here, right here. We're just telling
Offensive coordinator?
for this. Yeah, we're going to produce runs.
It's
Offensive
strike one.
coordinator. We got to have a plan offensively. And the offensive plan is steal to third, wait for the mishap. Got a 1-1 count, no outs. Get on base, and let's steal that second base. Yeah, so as a pitcher now is like, okay, never mind. I heard what they're trying to do.
You heard?
Oh, he heard.
Oh, he heard.
He's probably like, no, they're calling a steal. See? Wow.
So my day started early this morning.
Yep.
Came to the field early. I got here about 11:30. Misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Delgado. Delgado's over 2. Flew out to second. Flew out to third.
No. Still got it here.
I know, man.
Something like that.
2 balls, 1 strike on Delgado. Swing, misses, strike 2.
Yep. So now you got yourself at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Man.
This next pitch is brought to you by Eagle Pass Dental Clinic. The 2-2 pitch on its way. That one misses. Runner goes. Martinez to third. And a stolen base by Martinez. Gets himself to third.
Yep. Yeah.
And the count now 3 balls, 2 strikes on the hitter Delgado, the senior pitcher, ace.
So I'm going to say this. Delgado, you're going to take the swing on this one. You got a full count. You got a runner on third. He cannot lose this.
And that one misses inside, almost hit him.
Yeah.
Ball 4 takes his base.
Yeah.
So we did get a mound visit from Coach of Southwest Legacy in this inning, as we get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. That's going to be number 5. Rojas.
Yeah, David
David
Rojas. No,
Rojas?
Jaime Rojas. Sorry,
Is it Jaime Rojas?
Yep, former student of mine. Good kid. Speedster, wide receiver for the Mavericks as well. So again, you got
Matthew
the same scenario.
Mata. Yeah.
You got first and third.
Yeah, first and third. Mata, who drew a walk and a strikeout, so he's 0 for 1. Catches the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this is going to be a little trick scenario. I don't think Legacy will fall for it. The steal's going to be at second, and if there is a throw and it's off, run will score for the Mavericks.
So Rojas over at first. He does go. Ball hit in to left field. Run will get to score. And Rojas to third.
Yeah,
as the shortstop Peña was moving on that play to cover the base at second, and a well hit play ball by Mata that gets into left field for an RBI single.
Yeah. Just being off of out of position for a little bit, and again because of that stolen base, right? Of the guy that was running.
Yeah,
I mean,
putting the pressure on the defense, moving the runners over, and again putting that emphasis, as you mentioned, making something happen yourself to kind of get the defense, in an awkward position as Peña was moving towards the base and the ball was hit into the hole, into the 5-6 hole.
Yeah. So in my softball coaching experience and baseball coaching experience, I would always tell my team, always a threat. You always have to be a threat. You cannot be complacent.
So again, runners first and third for Cavazos. Cavazos.
Yeah, almost.
Who is 0 for...
Got a 1-1 count for Cavazos.
Is it he's 1 for 1?
No, 1-1 count.
No, but as far as I know, I have him at first base his first time up, but I don't remember if he got a hit or not. But I'll check with the...
So now you got the 2 balls, 1 strike.
Did he get a single? Or did he get a... It was an error on who? Okay, so he reached on the... Yes. Oh, that's right.
Count moves up to 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was a strikeout. He struck out, but he got to first as the Rodriguez wasn't. So he's actually 0 for 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the hitter, or 3-1. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And now walks.
Yeah.
So
a bit of a struggle by the pitcher here. Yeah. We're gonna have a mound visit
Aiden
by the coach.
You got to see it, and I think this will be it for change. Well, no, it is a change because he already visited him 1 time in this inning, so now he's gonna be
moved around.
And I didn't see it. Did you see any bullpen action for them?
No, there's no bullpen action. So he's probably gonna get somebody from the field, right?
Yeah, we are
to move around. You got a pitching change.
Garcia just flipped the ball to coach and said, "Here, I'm done."
Yeah, well, I mean, and this is the thing. I don't know. I probably would have subbed him out a little sooner because the damage hasn't been done, right? But there is damage done. You got no outs, bases loaded. I mean, that's a tough situation to come in to pitch. But the thing is, it can be done. You just got to worry about your efficiency at the plate. You got to make sure you get the strikeouts done, and you'll be out of the situation. Easier said than done. But I mean, to my liking, I would have subbed him out a little sooner. Maybe if you've seen the struggles in the first 2 batters, or maybe had somebody out there in the bullpen working. But I mean, we'll see how this plays out. I mean, it's not the worst of scenarios. I mean, you're down 2 runs, but if the troubles keep happening for Southwest Legacy, oh man, this will be the inning that breaks everything open.
Well, I mean, you already have 2 runs in, right? You had the inning start with Salcedo doubling down the line. You have the single by Martinez, and then you have the RBI from Mata, right? Plus the walk to Delgado. So again, there's no outs. You have bases loaded now too. So you coming in. Number 2 is on the mound for, which I believe is the shortstop, Jaden Peña. Is it?
Let me verify that information.
Yeah,
sir.
please, if you can. As he's coming in the bottom half of the fifth, excuse me.
Yeah, shortstop Jaden Banya, now the pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, so he's coming in the fifth.
And you got another courtesy runner in now for the Mavericks on second base. Now on second base, it's number 15.
Oh no, that's not a courtesy. That's a pinch runner for Mata. So number 15.
Yep, and that is Jesus Portillo.
Jesus
Portillo, yeah.
Portillo.
A current student of mine
Is the pinch runner. Because you can only courtesy run for the pitcher catcher.
Yep.
So
you got
he's a pinch runner at second, putting a little bit more speed because Mata.
Yeah, and you need that speed because you would say, well, I mean, space is loaded, yeah, but on a hit now in this scenario to become that elite team or that much of a greater team, that second player on second's got to score. No excuses on a hit. I mean, if you're going to play that at that level, but I mean, yes, getting that runner. I mean, on a hit. Third baseman score. I mean, the runner on third scores for sure. This is probably the idea. Oh, there you go. There you go.
And hit by a pitch. As Caleb Hernandez gets an RBI, hit by a pitch.
That's not a good way to start for the pitcher. And that's not what the coach was wanting. He's like, man, he's beside himself over here saying, man, we just subbed you in, not for a hit. And you can't do that as a pitcher on whatever team you're on. You cannot let run score based on balls or getting hit. I mean, it's a tough situation, right? He's still got to buckle down and pitch here. Got a bases loaded. Another run scores for the Mavericks. So the struggles continue. Is 1 ball, no strikes is the count.
Jeff Sanford is the head coach.
Yeah.
Mrs. Lowe.
Winn now the count.
Is that a pinch hitter, number 12? We're supposed to have Chavarria. Is that Chavarria? I don't think that's Chavarria.
Oh, that is Fernandez.
Yeah, that's Roberto Fernandez pinch hitting for Chavarria.
Yep, and he gets a 30 count. So again, Mr. Fernandez, don't swing on this next one. Wait till we see a strike. We have not seen a strike from this pitcher. He's pitched 4 pitches, no strikes.
Strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike.
So this pitcher's count, this hitter's count brought to you by
Nevada's Law Group.
Yep.
3-1 pitch. And another one.
Wow, so back-to-back strikes. So now we have a full count.
Well, I mean, you have to have an approach there. If you're sitting dead red with a 3-1 count, you have to understand, man. If you got a 3-1 count, you know you're going to get a fastball down the middle. Now you put the ball in play over to home and force out at home.
Yeah.
See, that pitch right there was an off-speed pitch instead of a dead red pitch.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't want to put it right there where it's going to keep coming right back, right? Put it with some speed, and it's going to come back with some speed. So that was a good way to handle that, right? For legacy, from the pitch, from the delivery to the throw out, right at home.
Yeah, 4-2 force out at home for out number 1. Now runners Cavazos is at third. Caleb Hernandez is at second.
Oh.
A pass ball, wild pitch, and Cavazos comes in to score. Runners to third and second. And Cruz has ball 1. Cruz 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice and a run scored with a stolen base. So now, with Cavazos scoring, that's 4 runs in this inning, making it 6-0. Or, excuse me, 6-2.
There's another one.
And another pass ball.
Yeah.
And Hernandez comes in to score from third. So all kind of mishaps for the catcher Rodriguez today.
Yeah. But, I'm not necessarily going to blame just the catcher. Yes, he has to make the stop, as we spoke about earlier, right? The importance behind that. But I mean, the pitcher's got to help a little. And we can't be dropping those balls on the ground. I mean, they're kind of hard to get.
Bottom of the fifth, 7-2 now, as they score 5 runs in this inning, and still a runner at third. And that one catching the inside corner, strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the hitter.
No, I have a theory about his delivery, but I gotta see his stance right now.
Garcia, the pitch, that one in the turf.
Okay, so
3 balls, 1 strike.
I have to like really study it. But okay, so one of the things that I know that makes a difference when you deliver as a pitcher is your lead foot. You have to. I mean, a lot of players sometimes you'll see them take that big lead,
or the
because it'll make you more level, right? It'll give you more. What is it? A greater control
down the line, right side foul.
Yeah. And so you see some of these shorter pitchers that have a shorter stride. They're still up on the top of the mound when they're delivering. So they have like a little half a step compared to like a longer pitcher that'll take like a wider stance.
Mm-hmm.
And then the delivery it's affected because you're throwing from the top of the mound instead of throwing it level, right? And I'll give an example like foul ball.
Don't give me any Dodger. Don't give me any.
No. You remember Randy Johnson, the huge pitcher, right?
Okay, Randy Johnson.
He's huge. Yeah, but when he delivered, he was not from the top of the mound. He was like level, almost level, because his stride was long, right?
3-2.
So you see the pitcher right now. Look at his stride when he delivers it. It's not as long, obviously, because he's not that tall.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm thinking that's where the troubles are coming from.
Right back up the middle. Gets through for a single, RBI single for Cruz as he comes through, bringing in Fernandez from third.
Yeah, so I mean, they emptied out the bases already, right? And all the guys that were on base scored. So that was good for the Mavericks. Still, I mean, the rich get richer. Runner on first base.
1 out in the inning. And makes it 8-2.
That's Palos. Trey Palos comes up to bat.
As we're in the bottom half of the 5th. In this matinee of a game, it was a 2:00 start.
Yeah, so now we're at 2 hours into the game.
Cruz takes his lead over at first. Follows the lefty, tries to bunt himself on. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So Garcia, who threw 4 innings, and most of these guys that were on were those are his earned runs. So he did walk 3 guys, struck out 3, gave up only 2 hits. That one up the middle as Cruz gets forced out and safe at first.
So it'll be a challenge over at second base.
Yeah, so time is called. Is they're gonna come out to talk to.
Yeah, probably the question's about a little interference or whatnot, because the runner was going. That ball was hit to second base. The tag was made at the on the bag, which is a force out, right? But I don't know. The question in hand might be a interference of some sort.
I think that's what they're trying to figure out. He's right Tejeda. So he's trying to. He's kind of asking if did he touch the base? Did he not touch the base? Did they both get there at the same time?
Yeah,
because it was a force out.
Yeah,
but they didn't get Palos over at first. It's a 4 unassisted, so he's forced out at second for this out number 2, and Palos reaches on the fielder's choice. So now we go back to the top of the order. Who started with Juan Salcedo, and Salcedo, who doubled.
Yeah, so he's got some pop in his bat too. You can put it right back and play.
2 outs, 8-2. Runner goes. As Palos is at second with no problems.
Wow. You can still go. Okay, no.
And
no.
goes to
you
third.
can still go. There's nobody covering.
And now there's covering at third base.
No. Yeah, but that was a delay on. Well, actually, yeah.
Actually, there's a dead ball. The ball gets to. So they get to third.
Yeah.
There's a white area over on each side of third base, first base, where if the ball falls into that little area, it's a dead ball.
Yeah.
It's in no man's land.
Man, he was lucky off of that.
Yeah, he was.
Because
he was meat.
Yeah, the initial thing was okay, take off. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then he's like, and then the player held back. He's like, no. And then the player's like, okay, no. Coach is like, go. And the player's like, okay, now. So I mean, hey, a little miscommunication there, whatever. But hey, needless to say, he's at third base. And you still got 2 outs. You possibly can score this run.
2 balls, no strikes.
Without even hitting, you can score runs. That's
how they've scored most of the runs in this. And the 6 runs that have come in.
Oh, I don't know if that hit his hand or something.
So they have 1, 2, 3 hits. One of those, Caleb Hernandez got an RBI on a hit by a pitch on that bases loaded situation. So again, and then in a fielder's choice, another run scores. So a couple of guys had some RBIs. Mata had an RBI single. Caleb had the RBI, but of course with a hit by a pitch. And then Cruz had an RBI single. So out of the 6 runs that come in, only 3 have, come off of hits or off the ball being played. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third, 8-2 the score. Bottom of the 5th. That one misses outside.
Count turns full with 2 outs.
3 balls, 2 strikes. That one lifted into center field, going back is Saucedo, and he's going to be running.
Yeah.
And Saucedo is around second, actually stays at second, an RBI double again. So he has a RBI double and a double in the same inning as he brings in Palos from third, makes it 9-2.
Yeah, that was well hit. Well hit. So this is possibly another run scores after this because Salcedo got some speed. He could have easily turned that into a triple.
You think so?
Yeah, I know he can run. He's got the speed, but it's okay. I mean, he did what he had to do, right? He did his job, bringing in the runner from third, and whatever happens here, it's just icing on the cake. I mean, that was the idea, scoring that runner on third. Now, if Martinez gets a hit here, or there's a missed throw somewhere, I mean, you're going to see more runs coming in for the Mavericks. But yeah, different style of play, man. Different style of play, different strategies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it all. We've seen teams that can hit. We've seen teams that struggle hitting.
That one's fouled off right side. And finally, we get a foul ball. This is the Lima Chardy car wash.
Foul ball. Yeah, I went into the dugout. I mean, into the bullpen.
So Martinez, who is 1 for 2 with a single RBI,
watch
or
out.
stolen base, excuse me, and a run scored.
Yeah, you had to duck for that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter.
Yeah,
runner at second is Saucedo.
Martinez can hit the ball too, and he's got speed. So again, if he hits, I'm looking for Saucedo to score off a second.
That one up the middle, a single. Saucedo from second comes in to score.
My crystal ball doesn't lie. So that's a good. My crystal ball doesn't lie. That was a good RBI.
Yeah, RBI single.
For Martinez.
8 runs in the inning now.
So the troubles continue for the Titans.
As they open the inning, as they open up the inning, it was a 2-2 score going into the bottom half of the fifth, and now turns into a 10-2 affair.
Yeah. The struggles. I mean, the struggles are real. All right.
Man,
We got a pitching
10-2
change.
with a pitching change and a runner at first with 2 outs.
But again, I'm gonna be the type, and I know I've been guilty of this before, where you don't what is it? You don't switch the players in time or on time. You sometimes, I mean, I know you mentioned this, that you want to have the confidence on your team, with your team, right? And give them that benefit of the doubt, saying like, hey, I got you. I mean, I'm confident that you can do this. But sometimes you just got to be real too and say, maybe most of the days they can, but today they can't, right? And pull it. Don't be afraid to make the change, and sooner than later.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's going on, Mr. Guevara, the voice of the Bobcats, South San Bobcats? We are live on Now You Know Sports, and we got you on the phone line. It is 10-2. The Eagle Pass CC Winn Mavericks open up this fifth inning and scoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs in the inning after it being tied up 2-2.
I saw that. I saw it was 2-2. I saw the young man from Legacy get in a little trouble and load the bases. And, it was like the gentleman that's working with you right now, he made a great comment by saying it's a tough situation to come in, with bases loaded and no outs. And unfortunately, that young man just couldn't find it to get him out of the inning. And big inning for Winn. So,
well, and again, the you guys split the series with CC Winn one game apiece. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was the first game of the season over at South San. It was cold and dreary that day, and then
and Winn ended up making some some errors that kind of gifted South San that game. But like you said, it was the first game of the season. Winn has made some great adjustments throughout district play, and South San went up there and couldn't get the win.
Yeah, and then you guys came down to Eagle Pass, and it was a 6-5 victory for CC Winn. So I mean, it's been like that in the past couple of years between South San and Winn, as far as splitting the series or and whatnot. But it's always great baseball when you see South San and Eagle Pass. Of course, back in the day, it was Eagle Pass High School against South San, and of course, you know many of those games back in the day. But I know that we have the 4 teams right now, with MacArthur leading the district, and then Southwest. Of course, that Southwest game against CC Winn wasn't one of those games either for Southwest that was a gimme either, because at one point CC Winn did have the lead. I mean, they had to work for the win. And again, now Eagle Pass sees them at home, so there can be some changes up at the top. But the 4 teams right now is, of course, MacArthur, Southwest, South San, and Eagle Pass. CC Winn.
Yes, sir. And South San right now is actually getting ready to play. We only had a 1-day rest between the loss that we took at Southwest on Thursday, and then we're playing John Jay as we speak. I haven't gotten an update on that score, but it's a winnable game for South San to stay 1 game ahead of Winn, because it does look like CC Winn is going to get the victory over Legacy today, unless something drastic happens and Winn ends up falling apart. But it looks like South San, like I said, we're not going to overlook John Jay, but it should be a winnable game for us. And if we do, we stay 1 game ahead of CC Winn in district. But it's no cakewalk. It's no cakewalk for the Bobcats. We've got John Jay today. We've got Southside, MacArthur, and then we end the season district play with Harlandale. And I know Harlandale is struggling. So out of our last 4 games, we've got 3 winnable games. That MacArthur game, it's going to be a tough one. The only thing that I can definitely say this year, if South End does end up making it into the playoffs, is for the first time, we're not going to have to see MacArthur in the first round.
And that one,
because they're now in our district.
into center field, and he is safe at. Actually, no, he's out at third.
as Paulín Delgado on that one lifted a ball into center field. The center fielder Salcedo made a great play to third to get the runner Martinez, the speedy runner, at third, as Delgado gets a hit and a 8-5 put out for out number 3, and that retires the Mavericks here in the 5th. So we complete 5 and the score 10-2. As we go back to Guevara, the voice of the Bobcats. I know we're talking about it. I know for Eagle Pass, CC Winn, they have 4 games. Their last 4 games, 3 out of the last 4 games are at home. So they were on the road for the most part in the first half of district. They're 6-1 at home and 4-4 away the confines of the Polo Moncada baseball stadium. I mean, you play different at home than when you play on the road. But I mean, for you guys, it's only once a year. It's just like all the teams there in San Antonio that play against Eagle Pass. You only travel to Eagle Pass once. Eagle Pass travels.
Say that, Freddie. It's got to be different for CC Winn having to get on a bus and travel to San Antonio. 5-6 times, out of the year. It takes its toll. It takes its toll. Getting off that bus, on your legs. Having to warm up. Get those arms going, but. It really puts a toll on those legs, to get out of the bus and get stretched and ready to play, 7 innings of baseball.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to also, I mean, for District 28 5A, for the most part, you guys are just going across town or whatnot. You're not traveling much more than maybe 20 minutes, depending on where you're at. I mean, if you're playing John Jay, you're right on 410,
Yes,
or 1604. Or on the south side, right off of 35 to get to you guys at South San Stadium. You go to MacArthur, the same thing. I mean, you guys playing in town in San Antonio is just different than Eagle Pass having to travel to San Antonio 2.5 hours. And the fact of the matter that every team that plays in the district just comes down once. Throughout the season.
So that's a huge advantage for you guys. Freddie, heading down the last, like you said, the last 4 game the last 4 games of the season. Huge advantage to have those, 3 of those games at home. Huge advantage for you guys.
Yeah, which is MacArthur. I think the only road game is John Jay. But you have Southside at home, which is the last home game. You got Southwest down here, which is a big game for Eagle Pass, and then of course you got I believe it was McCullum. It comes down also. So I mean, out of those 4 games, if you can win 3 out of the 4, I mean, you can kind of say, hey, you know what, we're in either the 3 or the 4 seed, just depending on what South San does too in the last 4 games also. and trying to flip flop, because I know how's y'all's softball going as far as your program over there in South End?
Softball, same thing. It's a race between us and Southwest right now. We're actually in first place right now. I'm actually pulling up the softball standings. The softball standings through Friday. South San is in first place at a 13-1 record. Southwest is in second with a 12-1 record. Then you've got MacArthur and McCullum tied at third place with a 10-win, 4-loss record. And then you have Southside with a 5-8 record. So softball looks like the baseball side does. It looks like the top 4 teams are starting to separate themselves from the rest of the district. It's just positioning at this point and trying to see where they end up at the end of the district and who they have on the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I know for Coach Martinez and I know they're playing today here at home. I think they're playing that ground ball to Cruz over to first for out number 1, as that was Joe Arruego who grounds out 4-3, put out for out number 1. So he's 0 for 3 today, and Aiden Garcia will come up to bat. for CC Winn, I know they're playing here at home.
Yeah, they got they're playing Southwest and they're
They're playing
down
Southwest.
4-0.
They're down 4-0 as they started at 4:00. So
Well, go CC Win on that one. Like I said, CC Win would definitely, give South San a 1-game cushion against Southwest. But yeah, the girls won an Ellsbrook fighter over at Southwest last week that gave Southwest the first loss of the season. So yeah, it's going to come down to the wire between those two programs. But Coach Castillo has always done a fantastic job in always being in the race, being in the district race with the girls, with the Lady Bobcats. And again, I wish them the best of luck. And while you have me on the air, Freddie, what I'd like to do, if you allow me to, is congratulate the Southwest soccer, the boys soccer team. Just a heartbreaking loss yesterday in the state championship game, going into double overtime, and unfortunately, losing 3-2. But nothing but if any of the boys are listening, keep your heads up. The boys represented their school, their families, and their community very well. They should be nothing, they should be ashamed of absolutely nothing. They did fall a little short, but I'll tell you what a dream season they had. And congratulations to the Southwest Dragon boys soccer team.
Yeah, congratulations to them as they made it all the way to the UAL soccer state 5A state championship, and they lost to, I believe, yesterday. Porter, that one lined and almost off the outstretched hand of Cruz there at second base, almost made a play there as they get a single for Garcia. I'm trying to remember who they were playing or who they played.
They lost to Walnut Grove.
Walnut Grove, there you go.
Walnut Grove, they lost 3-2 in double overtime.
In double overtime.
Nothing that they should be hanging their heads about. What a fantastic season.
Yeah, I know for Eagle Pass also, it had been 20 years since they saw the state playoff, and they lost in the bi-district round to Clemens 5-1. We got to cover that too. So we're going to be busy here in the next couple of latter part of April and of course May, as we got softball and baseball to cover, but of course softball. Hopefully we can cover you guys down there, and understand. I think for the South, that one lifted into right field, back, and that was in and out of the glove of Salcedo. Played at third, and he is out at third. A nice relay in by Salcedo to Cruz, and Cruz, the quarterback for the Mavericks, the sophomore quarterback, firing a dart to third base to get the speedy runner of Garcia. A 8-4-5 put out for out number 2. And Salcedo is in with a we'll call it an E8 because it came in and out of glove on that one. Should we give him an error?
Well, yeah, but he was he had the right fielder right in front of him. He had to make a.
Well, yeah, he dove as far as Chavarria dove at that one, so they were almost going to collide. So it looks like 28 5A will be playing District 27 5A in either baseball and softball, right?
I believe so, yes, sir.
That's the breakdown in the playoffs as far as I think you go down a district. It's the San Antonio district. Which we'll find out who that is here pretty soon because we're in the last week of softball, and then of course we got the holiday coming up, Easter holiday, and I know that after that the playoffs start for softball, right? If I'm not mistaken, because I know for Eagle Pass High in District 36A, they won last night 8-0 in Parents' Night, Senior Night, and then. Of course, they have one more last game Tuesday, but if barring anything else, if they win that game, then there's a 1-game kind of play-in game for seeds as far as Medina Valley and them. Anything that like that happening with you guys, or you guys are outright going to be district champions in 5A.
No, we would not be because we split the series with Southwest.
So then there would be a kind of a play-in for seeding, right?
That is correct, sir. Yeah, that's why we're rooting for
CC
Winn today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that happens, hopefully it happens like on a Wednesday, not on the same day that Medina Valley and Eagle Pass plays. Maybe I can cover that and then go down to Castroville and cover that one on. So Cavazos over at third, over to first, and that retires the as Cortez grounds out 5-3, put out for out number 3. And that retires the Southwest Legacy Titans here in the top half of the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. So the score is still, after 5.5 in the books, we got CC Winn 10, the visiting Legacy Titans 2. Thank you once again for joining us as we got Enrique Pang. We got our good friend, Mr. Guevara from South San, the voice of the Bobcats for many, many years. I know he, kind of retired or not retired. He's a gentleman that doesn't like to say no to people. So I know that you miss, getting out there as far as the PA announcing and all that good stuff. I know that I've called you several times to try and see if we can get you on the mic as far as color commentating and whatnot when we're in San Antonio.
Yes,
but again, you're always busy with this, that, or the other. But again, I will extend my invitation and hoping that you can give me some info of when Southwest South San plays, and maybe we'll get out there with our cameras and our broadcast as we can broadcast it on Now You Know Sports. Now you know. I know that we did something with when I had my previous media company, which will be not named because I don't want to give it any credit. But it used to be when I first started the radio. It was an online radio station called South Texas Sports Talk, or South Texas Sports Talk. That's what I called it, which was something that I started back in 2016 when my kids were playing. Now my kids are all gone. I'm just passionate about sports and coming out here every day and getting to see baseball, well, all sports, volleyball, football, basketball. Of course, we had that basketball game between Judson and Eagle Pass. That was again a historic. It had been 32 years since the basketball team had made it to the playoffs. So some history making for Eagle Pass athletics. And I do thank the athletic director, Eric Villaseñor. Of course, the previous athletic director, Eddie Graff, who was always, they're always saying yes to the coverage and to make sure that we give the coverage to our kids. And of course, even to South San, a lot of times I call you and you take care of that stuff. And I thank you, and I thank you can say a little bit about your athletic directors over there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's always a pleasure, Freddie. We always appreciate the support. It's tough sometimes, parents, having to work, or, aunts, uncles, family members, friends who can't make it out to the ballpark. And, you give them that avenue to be able to watch the game and kind of, feel that they're there and participate and don't miss out on, memories that are pretty special when you've got, a student athlete playing high school ball. So we always appreciate, you coming down to South San and giving us that outlet and that support. And we always enjoy having you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate that. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Mata as we go to the bottom of the 6th, 10-2. I think if they scored 2 here, we call it game. But don't say too much, because the baseball gods always come back and bite you, right? Every time. They're going to make you go to the 6th. To the 7th anyway. So they ground out to the second baseman, 4-3, put out for out number 1. As we got Enrique Pang, I don't know if you want to say anything to our good friend, Mr. Guevara, because I know he's got a lot of history for South San. I know you're a big baseball guy. I don't know if you knew anything about what South San baseball means in that south side of San Antonio off 35.
No questions, no nothing.
No, we'll just thank him for the information, man. He's got a whole lot of knowledge, which is always appreciated. I always like to listen into all the history behind everything. There's a reason behind everything. I mean, I am a history teacher,
Yeah.
so there is history is important. Even people that say it doesn't matter, it does matter because history is what made things the way they are today.
Yeah. Cavazos, who is 0 for 1, and walked and a run scored. So, are you at the restaurant today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm actually at the restaurant today. And,
Do you guys have it on YouTube there on the TVs?
I should put it, but we've got the Masters going on right now.
Oh, the Masters.
It's the third round. Yeah, it's the third round of the Masters. That's pretty exciting right now. Going into the final round tomorrow, and the Masters. That's the Super Bowl of golf. So
how was the Valero?
Full of people.
How was the Valero Open over there?
It was very successful. We were a little nervous. The weather ended up cooperating. It did get a little cold. It did get a little windy, but we were able to hold off the rain. And again, the Valero Texas Open, we get some of the top golfers in the PGA that come and play because obviously it's always the tournament before the Masters, and some actually have to participate in order to qualify for the Masters. So we do get a great field of golfers that do come out and play, and it continues to get bigger and bigger. Sponsorship is getting larger, and of course, with the backing of Valero, the Texas Open just continues to grow and be one of the big golf tournaments in the world.
Yeah, 3-2 now on Cavazos. As we continue this broadcast and talk to you, Mr. Guevara, I know that the South Side is growing. Of course, you got Southwest Legacy, Southwest, South San, and Somerset is out in that way in the 16-4 area. That one grounded to Garcia over at Shirt, over to first to Arroyo, and a 6-3 put out for out number 2. Do you think that we might see another high school here pretty soon in the South Side?
There's a lot of growth and development. Heading out towards Castroville, that continues to get bigger. Medina Valley, they have to build a new high school out there. I don't see a lot of the growth. There's not a lot of development going on. All the development that was going on all fit into Southwest. But the infrastructure of the city on the South Side, as it does continue to grow, I don't see any more high schools in the near future opening up on the South Side.
And as far as you talking about the Southwest area, Medina Valley, of course, Medina Valley moving to 5A, moving to 6A, but now having, that second high school, do you think they'll have 2 5A schools, or they'll go 1 5A, 1 4A, or will they be just like here in Eagle Pass where they have CC Winn in 5A and Eagle Pass High in 6A?
I believe that's the way it's going to stay. It's heading over towards that way. Past 1604, 211. There's just so much growth heading over towards the Castroville area, the Hondo area. It's I see them staying at a 6A and a 5A high school.
Would you see with the numbers that one grounded to third by Hernandez, and he is out at first, so a quick inning 5-3 put out for out number 3, and that's it retires the CC Winn Mavericks here. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. As we go to the top of the 7th, and do you think Hondo might grow a little bit more also in that area since it's growing towards that area also? Do you think that maybe Hondo might get an influx of more kids in that area? On 90?
That's the direction it seems to be going in, Freddie. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me within 5 years that that Hondo either jumps up a class, or, like I said, because of development heading that way, it wouldn't surprise me if they're going to need another school in the next 5-10 years.
And one last question: what is the special of the day at the restaurant?
And I know my partner here always say, don't say it until you pay it, but I'm gonna give you a free. I'm gonna give you a free plug. I'm gonna give you a free plug on Now You Know Sports. This is the what we call a camarada plug.
Yes, sir. So here at Everybody Loves Ravens today, we have a chicken fried steak special with mashed potatoes, green beans, Texas toast for $12.99, and then of course our specialty here is hamburgers. We've got a menu full of specialty burgers plus 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch build your own burgers. So if you're in the San Antonio area, we have 2 locations. One on Pleasanton Road and one on the access road to 35 heading north right off of New Braunfels. Come on down and then just ask for Bobcat.
Just ask for Bobcat and say, "Hey, I want the Freddy special." What's the Freddy special, man?
I'll take care of you with a free special if you come by, my friend. That's for sure.
All right, Mr. Guevara. Thank you once again. That's Mr. Guevara, the voice of the Bobcats, as he gives us an update on South Sand baseball and softball. As we continue our broadcast, thank you once again, sir, and we will see you soon. Good day on a Saturday. Have a safe Sunday. And, of course, next weekend, make sure you and your family have a great Easter holiday. We'll see you and talk to you once again at a later date.
Absolutely, Freddie. Thank you so much for allowing me to participate today. And as I always say, lights out, Peanut.
Good day, sir. That's the voice of the Bobcats. See, we get those you don't get that kind of interaction with knowing and understanding people around the district. And I mean, I can make phone calls to Laredo and talk to somebody down in Laredo and give us a perspective on what Laredo sports is looking at right now.
For sure.
We got the south side of San Antonio, talking about Southwest, South San, and Southwest Legacy, that kind of thing. So
what's the name of his restaurant?
Yeah, he plugged it in, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but I heard, is it Raymond's?
Yeah, everybody Raymond's, yeah.
Raymond's. Okay,
Yep.
was that Raymond's? I remember from a TV show. Or was it?
Yeah, everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah.
So leading off is Ian Macias here in the top of the 7th, as the Mavericks are up 10-2, and didn't get the update of the pitch count for. We'll get it right now. Hold on one second.
I'm back.
That right back to Paulín Delgado over to first.
Yeah, well, this is the
1-3 put out for out
this is the last at bat for Legacy.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was fun to talk to him, and
it just made me hungrier.
I had to give him a call because I know there was some stuff that was going on that I wanted to kind of touch on. Strike one.
Yeah, Macias 1-1 the count.
So Macias today is 0 for 2, excuse me. Reached on an error, grounded out to third, and walked with the one of 2 of the runs for Legacy. So 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, who do you give the game ball to? I would think John Salcedo, the center fielder, who at the plate.
I mean, he's been
hot. He went. He's
and scoring runs.
Well, he's 3 for 4 today with two doubles and an RBI, 2 runs scored. So he's got a pretty good stat line, so to speak. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's made a case for his game ball.
Yeah.
2-2 count.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 as he goes down swinging for out number 2. That's only 7 for him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 7 for him.
Yeah. Okay, so I think they were talking about the pitch count. They're going to sub him out.
What was his pitch count? Did he reach his 110? Oh, 108? Yeah, that's why. Well, he can finish better. Yeah, you can start. Yeah. So that after that strikeout, he's at 108. His
Yeah,
max is
2 more.
110. So you can finish the batter.
Yeah, just I mean, well,
Yeah.
well, you can let him hit, but you don't. I mean,
No.
you don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
You can let him hit in the
There you go, right there. Everybody loves Raymond's.
Raymond's.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at 18600 Pleasanton Road, and they're open Tuesday through Sunday from 11 to 9. Sundays from 11 to 6. The other one is on 2118 IH 35 Frontage Road, open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 8. Fridays till 9 p.m. Mom and pop homemade burgers and fries and rings. You can they have a Facebook page.
We got a pitching change now.
Oh yeah, Cavazos is coming in. And I think they're going to bring Chavarria to third base, I think. So Delgado, 6 2/3.
Yep.
And Cavazos will try and get the last out. This picture is brought to you by Nevares Law Group, 780 East Rio Grande Street, 776-7003. Visit nevareslawgroup.com.
Yep.
Eagle Pass Dental Clinic, our good friend, Dr. Hector Alvarez. A great showing by Alex Alvarez this season. But see, sometimes it auto focuses on and then it comes off for some reason. I don't know. Mares Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions, installation of septic tanks or septic systems. Call for a quote, 830-325-0095 is the number to call. Balde's Tire Record Service, Yoli and Balde Cantu. Always 522 North Pierce Street. Always a great supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics. 757-3102 is the number to call. Choches Barbecue and Bar. As tonight, they got UFC 314, the only place to watch it, pay-per-view UFC is at Choches. Legally, the only barbecue bar place that you can watch it. And then stay after for some happy dancing. The after party. Beautiful day to wash your car. Go to Lima Charlie Car Wash, 679 Medina Street. And don't forget tonight, go to 3055 Duro Boulevard and find the hottest foodie park in town. That's De Los Santos Foodie Park. They're celebrating some anniversaries. Tacos Los Compares, 256 North Pierce Street. We're on the top of the 7th. 10-2 the score. So Jaden Peña, 1 ball, 1 strike as they made some changes. Delgado to if they leave, he's in right field. They brought Chavarria to third, and they brought Cavazos. They put Cavazos at the on the mound. So Cavazos also has he inherited the 1-1 count.
Yeah.
So it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, nothing
on the
fancy.
hitter Jaden Peña. No, nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy needed. Just get the strikeout here. You got 2 of them. You got 2 strikes on them. Let's get it done.
That one tapped to third, running in, and Chavarria just under his glove. That was fun, Mr. Guevara said. That was fun. Appreciate you allowing me to talk about South San baseball and softball. Yeah, that's what we do here at Now You Know Sports. You know, you get a different perspective, man. You kind of, when you do that, you bring other people in from around the areas and talking about. I mean, you get a different feel of the broadcast to where you're not only listening to us talk about the sports here in Eagle Pass, but now you get other people that we know that come in and talk about the area.
Yeah,
You know, the Laredo area, the San Antonio area, the Del Rio area. You know, the around this surrounding area, Carrizo, Crystal City. You know, Uvalde, Brackett. No balls, 1 strike on the new hitter, as that was an infield hit strike on Nate Arraza. Arraza is 2 for 3 with a double, RBI double in the third, a single in the first, and struck out back in the fifth. He is one of the 7 strikeout victims of Delgado. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Try to climb the ladder. So don't forget, guys, we're going to be live on Tuesday, the 15th, here as United South comes into town. And we're going to be broadcasting the Eagle Pass United South game. That one lifted into shallow right field, a single.
You got runners on
into right field
with 2 outs. Again, man.
A 2-out rally here for the Legacy Titans. Back-to-back singles. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, our coverage for next week. And I know next week there's what do you call it? There's testing, right? Next week.
Yep. All week, sir.
All week?
Yeah.
Why?
Some people decide not to go the day they need to, and so they get tested the next day and the next day and the next day. Yep. But there's I think there's like two exams coming up.
All right, so
So I'm gonna miss strike 2.
So no balls, 2 strikes on the hitter Des Rodriguez.
Yeah. Again, Cavazos needs to understand, man. Nothing fancy. You're down. I mean, you've had this scenario before. You had 2 strikes, and it's been hits.
I know we had the 17th that missed. I know we had the 17th, but the 17th is on a Thursday. But I think the scenario we might head to, depending, we might head to on Thursday to Medina Valley to get that play in. 3 to miss, strike 3 as Cavazos shuts the door. And Rodriguez goes down swinging for out number 3. And that, gentlemen, is the ball game. The CC Winn Mavericks win it 10-2. Ow, that hurt. So we get the our final thoughts of this game so we can kind of get going this a beautiful afternoon. But the final from Polo Moncada Baseball Field, your Mavericks 10, Southwest Legacy 2, and another W for the Mavericks, extending, again, doing their job, and barring what South San does, you know, it can flip-flop 3rd and 4th place right now because both teams went 1-1 or split the series.
Yeah.
So I know we got them again on the 19th. It's another Saturday game. We got them back here. I'm not sure who they're playing. I'm trying to remember if it's Southwest. It's the Southwest game. So we're gonna have that game here on Saturday.
Yep.
Well, final thoughts.
So first of all, congratulations to the Mavericks, making something happen. We've seen that scenario on in the various games that we've covered, not just for the Mavericks, just in general baseball. Sometimes if the team's a little sluggish, and the runs are not coming in, or you cannot hit, you have to find a way to get those runs scored. Again, I'm gonna suggest and advise that they take a page off of Southwest Legacy's playbook, which is just getting hits in there, right? Getting hits, trying to get something done. Today they did it. The game was pretty even on paper and pretty even as we saw it. It broke open at the end, right? This by getting the 10 runs, but it all happened by being aggressive on the bases, getting making the most out of mistakes by the pitchers or pass balls. But if you have a hit, that's just icing on the cake, which was what we saw with like John Salcedo and his when he was on second base. I said, man, if that hit goes in there, I mean, if the batter hits, Salcedo's scoring. But this is what's going to elevate your game to playing a greater level of baseball, which is what you need. Because if you come in at a fourth place, you're going to play the number one seed in the other district.
Yeah.
And just number 1 and 4, if you understand that, you know that they're playing at a little bit better level if they're at number 1.
Yeah.
So you got to come in, fine tune your baseball. Good win for the Mavericks. I know you mentioned it, and yes, I'm gonna let you handle the game. What is it? The player of the game of the baseball.
Game. Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with your call because I know you're calling.
Yeah, John Salcedo 3 for 4 today. Excuse me, as he's our player of the game. We're gonna hopefully get an interview with him and talk to Coach also here in a bit. After you'll catch that in our social media, Instagram and Facebook pages. As don't forget Boogie. How was today's game, man? I just see it. Great. What does this afternoon do to you on a Saturday afternoon? You know, having to cover baseball.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's better than sitting at home. It's been watching the Masters today.
Exactly. Yeah, they're in the third round of the Masters today. I know Boogie Purcell, the PA announcer. Again, our player of the game, John Salcedo. We'll talk to him. We'll get that interview. Make sure you guys follow our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow our Facebook page as we get this broadcast finished. For my camera operator, Mr. Lara, or my broadcast partner, Enrique Pang. I'm Freddie Dea. Thank you once again for joining us on another edition of Now You Know Sports.
Now you know.
Good day from the Polo Moncada baseball field. Saturday afternoon baseball. We brought you District 28 5A baseball as the Mavericks took the 10-2 win over the Southwest Legacy Titans. Good day and good riddance. Have a safe Saturday and a beautiful weekend. We'll see you next time on Now You Know Sports.